Hello, everyone. Bear with me one moment. Hello, everyone. I'm getting ready to show you a video of Vivian with a press conference with Colby, Alderwoman Colby Chapman. So bear with me one moment. Let me bring up the video. Okay, here we go.
Charges dropped. We here.
It was quick. Right? Love swift justice.
Absolute swift. Thank God.
All right, tell me your name and title and spelling for those that don't know.
Colby Chapman, second ward Alderwoman for the city of Harvey, Illinois. ColbyChapman.
Tell me about today.
Today, God is so good. He's so faithful. The weapons may form, but they certainly won't prosper. And today, the Cook County State's Attorney saw fit uh, to not cross the case. The case dismissed. And so today, the real work starts. Moving our city forward. The national crime average is 33%. The city of Harvey sits at 63%. That's double the national average for the crime rate statistic. So I'm hopeful that we can use the resources, the time, the taxpayers' dollars that were spent egregiously on something that was a fallacy. It was unwarranted. It's not necessary. We're living as first-class residents in a third-world neighborhood in the city of Harvey. And it's time for a change. This particular felony could have prohibited me moving forth as the second ward city of Harvey's alderwoman. It could have stopped totally my run for mayor in 2027. So I am just so grateful for the many residents across the second ward of the city of Harvey, to my family, to the County State's Attorney's Office, their entire team, to my attorneys, Marilyn, Nixon, and Olswing, and bold faith. God, I am such a believer. I'm just thankful. I'm thankful for the voices of the residents. And my plight is one of many. Each resident standing here today has faced some
Hello, Babe
issues
Soda.
in
Thank you
the
for
city of Harvey.
joining.
But we stand boldly against corruption, non-transparency, and things that just shouldn't be. Whatever's good for America has to be great for the city of Harvey. And I intend to do that in this run in 2027.
What did the judge say today?
Very, very thankful for Judge Perino by misspoke the name, but he said he asked for the state's attorney's discretion for their decision, and he said it's nolly crossed. Case dismissed. Case dismissed. Absolutely.
So this has been a long, this bounces back and forth. You've known Mark Courthouse pretty well.
Yeah.
Talk about that a little.
Know the ins and outs, all the way down to 26th of California, where I was taken. I was shackled from my wrists down to my ankles, and just done deplorably. And whether I'm an elected official or not, this shouldn't be
Babe
happening
Soda,
to
all the
anyone. We
charges,
have a basic human
the
right
felony charges
and a
are dropped. Now
community
so
right to
ecstatic
public
and
service.
happy for her.
I intend
All,
to do that
all it is now
to
is
my
for her to
fullest
go up
extent.
now.
No
Go up,
injustice
up, up.
anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. And unfortunately, bad occurrences have happened, but I stand as a testament to the power and the truth of residents standing down on issues that are concerning for them, issues that are prohibiting their daily livelihood, and just being bold enough to stand up and be courageous against the bullies in City Hall. Yeah.
Do you have any questions you want to address?
Oh, yes, Mike Nola with the Southtown newspaper. I'm sorry, I just got here late, but again, the state's attorney told the judge, Valley Cross,
Yes.
on the head. Okay. I mean, what do you think happened? I mean, it was a misdemeanor that was dismissed, and you thought it didn't even amount to a misdemeanor in your eyes, and then what? After that, you said you were arrested at the council meeting on a Thursday.
That's correct.
You were manacled, shackled, you said?
Yeah, I was. So when I went to court, or Thursday, pardon me, on
Hello,
Tuesday, June
Saint Center.
2nd, when I
Yes,
was
this is
vindicated,
press
both
conference
myself
by
and my mother,
Colby.
as
All
well as
the
Okay.
the arrest
charges
of my
was
mother,
dropped. Hallelujah.
they turned
Praise
around on
God.
Thursday, June 4th.
There's nothing left for her to
Those
do but
charges
go
were
up, go
upgraded to
up,
a
go
felony.
up.
Right.
And I turned myself in at the city of Harvey's council. We were scheduled to have a special meeting that was canceled on that day. I was taken to the city of Harvey Police Department, where supporters near and far stood with me. As I entered inside of the police department, unfortunately, the media, the residents were allowed. Myself and my attorney went inside of the police department, and from there, I was taken to the Harvey Police Department in the downstairs basement, where I sat till 2:30 in the morning. And from there, I was taken here to Markham Courthouse. And from here, Markham Courthouse is where I was shackled from my wrist with a body attachment down to my ankles. I was wrapped in
I want to
chains.
give Vivian
And
a, a
it's
shout
a
out.
very uncouth, very deplorable act, but this is the protocol, if you will. So in following the protocol, went down to 26 in California, where I sat till 8:30 in the morning.
Yes,
Then
Saint
I
Center,
was
you are
transported
correct.
back here.
He's going
I
to make
would
it
like to
hard
say
for her.
though, all
Now
parties that
that
were
didn't work,
involved
he's going to come with
they
everything. He's
were
going to harass her.
respectful.
He's going to, like
They
the
treated
mother
me with
going to say,
dignity, and all
in the
held a
video
plea
from
was very
Vivian,
unhuman like.
that,
As a matter of
yes,
fact, and I quote, one of the sheriffs
they're
told
going
me
to,
they've never
he's
seen
going to
anything
make it hard. He's
quite
going to
like this. They
harass
had
her. He's going
never
to have the police
arrested
sitting
an
outside
elected
their
official
home.
before.
He's going to be
But again,
following
whether
her.
an
He's
elected
just going to do
official or
whatever he
not,
can to
um,
making
this
her
is
life
about the
difficult
people.
until
This
election
is
time.
for the people,
This is
and
just
I
how
stand
petty
with
he
you.
is. And this
Not
is where
behind
we
the
all have
people,
to come
not in
together
front of the
and
people,
support
but
her
just to the
and
side.
support
We
the
all bring
residents
our
there in
own
Harvey
diverse
and let them
expertise to
know
the city of
that
Harvey,
we see
and
them
that
and we
has to be
hear them
respected.
and we are not
We're a
going to give up
population of
on them.
about 21,000 people across the city, all who are bright, intelligent individuals wanting to pour back into our community and make it a great place to live. And I intend to do that in supporting our residents across now through 2027.
Hey,
Absolutely.
Miss, can I get your name, please?
Join the DER
DERON
ON
OON
DA
DA in your last
Powell POWELL.
WELL.
Correct.
Because you were arrested that night of the
Yes.
April 28th meeting. So
Exactly.
tell me what happened to you.
Well, I too was observing the three police officers approaching my daughter. I at that point got up out
Yes,
of my
Babe
seat
Solo. These
and walked to
people,
the
like
side
you
so
said, to
this
Saint,
place was
has to be
directly
built
in front of
candidates
her.
running for office.
And
Look how
as I
strong she is.
see them
Regardless
telling
how many
her,
times she
gathering
was
up her
arrested, she's
things,
still standing
and I
strong.
see the
And
police
that's a
officer
testament of
from
how
my
strong of a
angle,
queen
he
she
reaches
is.
across her, and I see that he's touching her, and I
Right.
jump up.
And then you pull away because you're trying to.
Right. She's trying to gather her
Right.
stuff, but as soon as they saw me, they grabbed me from behind,
Exactly,
instantly
Babe Solo.
handcuffed me, and take me out of the city council
I
meeting.
mean, come
So
on.
she's
How you
watching
going to sit up on
as
the
they're
throne for,
grabbing me,
acting like
and
a
then
king in
they
a kingdom?
at the same
And your
time are
kingdom
approaching
is
her.
crumbling. Come on,
So
man.
did they
Make
know
that
who
make
you were
sense.
then?
They definitely know who I am. They've been to my home several times, and I'm always at the city. Yeah, they'll be parked out in front of the house. They definitely know who I am. I have them on video camera at my house.
Okay,
Just
Babe
parked out
Solo. My
there.
prayers are with you.
Parked
Get
out,
your eyes checked. And
at
I
my
love
front
you,
door,
girl.
and
Intimidation
Take
looking
for
for
care of
Colby.
me.
yourself. Be safe out there
Yes.
driving. Hopefully, you got somebody to take you to the eye doctor because you
Asking
know
me
they're
is in
going
her
to
car.
dilate your eyes. So hopefully,
Really? And
you
they
know, you
clearly
have
know
somebody
it's her
to
car. He
drive
parked
you
in front of the
around
house.
because it's going to be hard to see
Yes.
once they dilate your eyes to check your eyes out. So be safe
You
out
were
there, okay?
handcuffed
And
as
my,
you were
you know,
approaching
I
your
love you
daughter
much.
I
and
went
taken out of the county.
exact from behind. I didn't even see that. I didn't even know that they were even behind me. They just grabbed me. I didn't even see it coming.
Okay.
And then I charged with resisting arrest.
You
Right.
didn't
And
have time to
I
resist.
didn't have time. Exactly. So make that make
Okay,
yes,
Solo,
I agree.
you got so much space, girl,
Once I
So
and you
knew I
got
was
so
being
much
arrested, it was
accomplishment.
kind
So keep
exactly. So I
conquering,
was
keep
So you
pushing
were
this
arrested.
dream.
walking up, you
Hold
think,
your
like
head up
Brad,
high, and
right
you
here.
make
I
it
had a
forward.
blue jean jacket on.
Okay.
I just felt somebody in my back grab my jacket and they just snatched me back. That's crazy.
And that was the
And
deputy
that
chief.
was three. There were three police officers, and then just held my arm the whole entire while.
And that was the deputy chief. So somebody that is of an esteemed status within our police department should know the standard operating procedures.
Especially
as a
with
deputy
seniors.
chief.
You're a senior.
Yes, my mother's a senior.
That's ridiculous. And you're not a threat. Definitely.
I was definitely not a threat.
Soaking wet, you're
I
not
didn't
a
even
threat.
say anything.
So, yeah.
So Colby, do you think Clark has learned a lesson now? Or
Well, you know, what I'm hopeful that is that we can move forward beyond where we currently stand. None of this is supporting the residents. We often talk about the financial deficit that is estranging Harvey at this time. Well, when we're using resources, but we don't have a grocery store. Think about how much time we spent since
You
my
too,
first
Babe
initial
Solo.
arrest of
You have a
Thursday,
blessed and
August the
productive, wonderful
22nd,
day.
all the
And
way up
again, have
until
somebody to
today,
drive you there
on
and
this
back.
day,
So you
Wednesday,
know they're going
July
to dilate your
19th.
eyes.
We've
So be
gone through
safe.
6+
Much
months where
love.
we could have used this, all this time, effort, and energy into economically developing our city. We live in a food desert. There's no place for whether it be seniors, youth and families, adults, young people to go and just have a healthy meal, right? Where can you go and get your pharmacy? I mean,
Treasury report.
treasurer's report, right? We have a meeting upcoming this Monday, and everyone has a report on
Now
there. But
look,
the
no
treasurer,
grocery
I
store,
mean,
no
even down to
6
pharmacy.
years.
the treasurer and
6
Haven't
years,
had a
no
the
treasury
report.
report in
yes,
6 years.
6
Yes,
years.
really.
No
even
treasury
down
Listen
report.
to
to
that, 6 years now, no
there's not
treasury
even a
report.
mic placed in front of the attorney and the treasurer. How in front of our legal and finance, we don't even spare a mic for them to speak out to, you know, there's been a long road of oppressive voices. Each of the voices that you hear and that are standing here today have been afflicted or oppressed by the city of Harvey in some way, shape, or
And
form. And there are
businesses.
countless others that are out there that are not having the opportunity to really speak out, make their statement in fear that retaliatory issues are going to be faced, or an increased water bill, or being pulled over. Um, Enough is enough, and I hope that this
$500 ticket if you clap in the city council meeting. If you talk to someone sitting
The way
beside you,
he's closing
that's a
down
ticket.
businesses because of harassment.
Whispering, not even talking loud, just whispering.
Yeah.
That's right. And we just recently even
I was
faced
kidnapped and
yes.
force medicated.
And it's all on
yes.
record.
Took me help me
And that young lady
with
that's speaking about that,
All
her name is
documented.
Melissa Crawley.
um,
She's a resident of Harvey.
held me for 10 hours
Her
during a
her family know
held me for
Clark.
10 hours
I
during
think her
a
brother or sister, one of the older siblings, went
during
to
the
school with
arrest.
him, and
It
they
was a
know
heat
him ever
wave
since he was
outside. I
a
was locked
kid.
in a room
So that lets you
with no
know
window.
really what's up.
I was taken
That's
to
that's
Eagles
Melissa
to
Crawley.
undergo a forced
That's the one that was in
evaluation.
Jed's
Me,
face
myself,
going off
being
at the
a mental health
parade.
advocate, I knew exactly what to tell the doctors. I let them know that I was tracking, that I knew where I was at, what day it was, what president we had at the time, and I still was force medicated. The shot wasn't even logged. I had to go to a second hospital to get a toxicology report where they found tranquilizers in my system, all for protesting outside the meeting.
can you get your name?
Melissa
B-L-I.
SSA Crawley, CRAWLEY.
You said it's because you were protesting outside the mayor's house?
Yes,
He has it on his Facebook page.
Okay.
So if you look on his Facebook page, he actually posted her, and it shows that she never entered his property. And the way that he's trying to make it seem is like she was coming there to threaten him and she was unhinged. And that's just not the case. She was coming there because of the threats that he was giving her. And he's trying to make her seem like she's mentally unstable. And that's the reason why they accosted her and did the arrest. But she's a very brilliant woman. Very brilliant. She beat so absolutely. Been in the community. She grew up in the community. She grew up with Christopher
Yes,
Clark.
Saint
So
Center, they
that's the
did do
thing.
her wrong, and they're
Different
trying to
things.
discredit anybody that go up against him.
Toy boy. And
And he trying to use
yes, a lot
the little
that
gecko that's running around
Dion was
and acting
power
like
right
a
now
little
and
miniature
decided to
chihuahua.
weaponize
Bark,
the
bark,
police
bark, bark, bark,
because
rah, 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 rah,
oh,
rah, 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 to try to
It
distract everybody from
that
what the
sounds
real
like
things
he's
that's going on in
awful.
Harvey. So
weapons.
now he don't have Tiffany to
And
cover up.
he
So
chilled,
everybody pay
he
attention to
chilled
Tiffany to
freedom
not see
to
what's
actually
going on
come
with
to
what's
the
within
meetings.
Harvey.
But the
Now he's
reasonable
using
person
this
would
little
risk
chihuahua to
having
go
his
around here
property
barking
ticketed,
to make everybody look at the
getting
chihuahua.
ostracized
You know how
Yeah.
you
from
see
the
the big dogs, they be
community,
looking at the little
made to
chihuahua and
appear
that's the
as
only one that
crazy.
run around going
Nobody
bark, bark,
would
bark,
want
bark, 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 bark,
to
bark. But the
be
big dogs looking at him
having a
like,
chilling
do you know
effect
if I
on
could
the
put one paw on you,
exercise
you be
of
done?
people's freedom to participate in the government. And we're not standing for it.
And they say you don't know what you're talking about.
You go to all the city council meetings.
I do not for this very reason. I'm
Well,
a living
It's an
witness.
well,
intimidation
you
factor when
know,
you go
Saint
to those
Center,
meetings.
sometimes people sell their souls
It's
to the
it's it's
devil.
hard to sit through
So
those
hey,
meetings without
it's stated
getting
in the
ticketed,
Bible.
getting arrested. So
Especially if you speak out, and especially if you
yes,
want to support a coach.
you cannot be in support of
She
her.
wants to take out all her supporters, but nobody's nobody's going
Like
anywhere.
I
We're gonna
said,
stay
Saint
in
Center,
as long as folks want to.
you
So I'm
got the
not
little
participating with
chihuahua
Harvey
and the little gecko running around
bottom line.
causing disturbance, trying to get everybody, look at me. I'm here. See me. I'm the one you want to look at. Don't look at what's going over there in Harvey. Just look at me. I'm important. See me. You ever seen them kids, Saint Center? Ever had them kids? You know, you got a group of kids around, you got this one child that every time you turn around, you got to tell that child to stop, sit down, stop, sit down. Because that child, you know, sometimes some kids, bad
Yeah, I
attention
saw
is better
that.
Because
than no
that's
attention at
important.
all. So because they're not getting the attention, they got to go out here and show bad attention. So while you paying attention to the little gecko and the little chihuahua running
And we don't know
around
who lived
from
there.
town to city to village, nobody's going to pay Clarky Boy any mind. Well, it's not working on this end because OTR, that's meaning with opinion.
Because
I
it's a
said what I
front.
said, and
A front.
we're going to stay on his neck, and we're not getting influenced by that. We're going to stay and we're going to continue to bring the facts and we're going to continue to bring the information that's needed. So little Daryl and little Daryl Gecko can go and keep barking and whining and running around here barking like a little chihuahua, and we're going to stay we're going to keep our foot on the neck of the big dog. So, hey, Rocky boy, we ain't forgot about you, and we're going to support Alderwoman Colby to unseat your ass, as the lady said in Dalton, unseat that ass. So we're gonna reach out to every resident we can reach out to on OTR and have them come on and speak their voice, so we can go ahead and unseat your ass, so we can get out everybody to vote your ass out and vote her in.
Not even 10% attended last year. I don't know the record of this year, but not even 10% of residents attended last year. That would have been 21. So,
And what makes me upset is you don't have a grocery store, you don't have a pharmacy, a drugstore like um, Walgreens, CVS. I don't know if they still have Rite Aids, but they might be changed. The name of them might be different now. Whatever drugstore that's in that area, they don't even have one in their city. Don't even have a grocery store in their city, but yet you're going to bring a drug dispensary in there. Make sense. I don't even do drugs, so why would I want a drug dispensary when I need food? I need food. I need meats. I need something to feed my children and myself. I mean, even though my children are grown, I got grandchildren. Some of them are grown, But still, the point is, I still need to feed me, and I need to have food. Everything ain't grown in the garden. So that's crazy. Exactly, Saint Sandra. That's crazy.
So they had to amputate the whole foot.
And then you don't have a dog pound, so you
Talk
got dogs running around
to this.
attacking people. And this lady, we all know about, I don't know if you know about it, but there was a lady there in Harvey. She was leaving her friend's house, going home, and two
Is it a
Rottweilers attacked
It was
her.
two
And they end up,
Rottweilers.
because of the attacks, were so
It's
bad
two.
that most of her foot was amputated.
my house? It's a
So now
Did
Rottweiler.
the lady
that's
live near
sad.
you?
It's just sad.
No,
The
she was
crime rate is higher than
Okay.
any other villages or the cities in the surrounding area. The crime rate is extremely high, and that's Mr. Irvin that they're talking to. His name is Mr. Irvin. He's one of the big supporters. Yeah, Saint
Did
Center.
she say what
And
color?
so you still got one dog that's still running around. They don't know if that dog has ever been, taken or got, was, you know, they were able to catch that dog, or the owner, got that dog pinned up somewhere. But in the meantime, they still
And
don't
they are
know.
so
And you got
dangerous.
children. You got children out here that's
They dangerous.
walking
Yeah.
around. So you don't know, that dog is
Right.
still around to attack anybody else. This is sad. This is really pathetic and sad how they're attacking everybody. Okay, her live ended. Okay. Okay, her life has ended. And let me see here. Yes, Saint Center. Clark's response to the victim was sickening. Yes, it was. You're going to sit back and say it's her fault. Why was she out that time of night? You agreed with the detective. What kind of book? I'm just going, because I don't want to, I'm trying to kind of cut back because the more I get angry, the more my mouth get a little loose with the curse words. But, what kind of shit is that? Make that make sense. She's a victim, but you gonna blame the victim for getting attacked? What if that was her and her children coming home? Or they got off the bus and they walking back to their home. And they had a nice outing, had a nice family outing. They got off the bus, they walking home from the bus stop and those dogs attacked. So you gonna say, oh, she shouldn't have got on the bus that late at night? She shouldn't have got off the bus, or the people dropped her off because that's as far as the people. Sometimes we know you get a ride for somebody. They may not want to drive you all the way to your house. They might want to drop you off to keep going so they won't have to go up in there and turn around. Yes, Saint Center. Yes, Saint Center. Clark is behind atrocious. Beyond atrocious. Yes, he's way beyond that. He's just, oh, he just make me sick. And then he got his little chihuahua out there going to distract everybody from paying attention to what he's really doing. And we got to remember, everyone's saying, Tiffany, everybody was paying so much attention to Tiffany. I started watching and investigating into Harvey, what's going on in Harvey, when everything died down from Tiffany. And a lot of the things that Tiffany was trying to do lets me further know that he was grooming her and trying to take her up under his wing to show her this is how a man should act. And that's why Tiffany was doing the things to Dalton the way she was doing it. Okay, he's not giving them a treasury report. They haven't had a treasury report in 6 years. Okay, that should tell you something. Remember, the people in Dalton didn't know where their money was going. They didn't get a treasury report. Remember, the trustees was trying to get a report to find out what's going on, where all the money was being spent. Sound familiar? Remember, Tiffany had tried to start giving people tickets for $500. Thank God to the lawyer Bert and the trustees, they got that shut down where she couldn't proceed with that. The only difference between Harvey and Dalton, there were four trustees that was fighting against Tiffany. Harvey got four trustees that's sniffing his so far up his behind, they could tell you what he had for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So that's the problem. You got two that's fighting against him for the residents. You got four that fighting against the residents for him. Where in Dalton, you have four trustees. Well, Stan and um, I'm not mentioning the other one's name. That's still on the board. Um, they they were flip flop. That was the thing with them. But this board in Harvey, you got four of them. They just not flip flopping at all. They just standing their grounds. That Colby and the other aldermen are the bad ones. They the bad, bad, bad people. They all against Clark. He's trying to do the best for the city. Have y'all looked at your city lately? Have y'all really looked to see what's going on? I mean, have you checked out your ward? You don't have a grocery store, fools. You don't have a drugstore, fools. I'm talking to the board. I'm not talking to the residents. I'm not going to call no residents a fool, but I'm talking to the ones that's on the board, the four that's on the board, that's all up the mayor's butt. And and especially that one that made me sick one meeting. And she was like, and I just love you, Mayor, and Mayor, I'm for you, Mayor, and all of this is uncalled for, Mayor, and the mayor that's after Colby and the crowd left that time when she had a press conference, and that's when all the people was there, and he dismissed the meeting and made everybody leave out, and then let certain a certain amount of people back in, and certain people, and that he didn't let Chicago Red, and I can't think of the other lady that be with Chicago Red, and a few other people in there to speak. So he left them outside because he didn't want them to come back in and disturb his meeting and have the people excited and clapping. So um, you know, this is what he's doing. And after they all left out, then she's gonna go, I love you, Mayor. I'm here for you, Mayor. That was uncalled for, Mayor, and Mayor this and Mayor that and Mayor. I'm like, did you know what he had for lunch or dinner? Cause you so far up his butt, you should know. You should have some residue left over on your nose because your nose so far up his butt. And then you sit back and your town is there's nothing in the town. They don't even have a grocery store, a drug store. The place is all boarded up. Look at the streets are horrendous. And then you want to sit back and act like you got a kingdom. Have you looked at your crumbling kingdom? But then again, you don't give a damn because you allegedly don't live there no way. You live in Chicago. And then some of the residents, you want to know where some of your money is going, your taxpayer money, to the camera that's monitoring an empty house. And the police sitting out there in front of this empty house. And his followers are police officers wherever he go. That reminds you of somebody else who did the same thing in Dalton. Had her mirage of police officers walking around with her, accompanying her everywhere she go. That make it look? Do that make sense? When Kobe and them was doing their press conference, remember they all had to move out in front of the building when she was going to turn herself in because he was coming to the building. Then they found out he didn't even show up, but he was going. They had to make room for him and his entourage to come and park to be there for him to escort him to the building. So then he canceled the meeting. Sound familiar? Sound like Dalton? So basically, he was grooming her to try to make her be like him in Dalton. But thank God the residents and the trustees fought against her. That they could not do that. She could not do that to Dalton. And then when they went over to the park, that just really threw everything off. Threw everything off. See, he knows he's a lawyer, so he knows some of the law. So he allowed people in the building. So he can't do like she did and lock them out and don't let them in and all this stuff. See, he know not to do that because he know, like you said, the meeting act, he would get in trouble for that. So he know not to do that because of what Tiffany did. But he let them in, but they just can't say anything. You better not whisper to somebody sitting beside you. $500 fine. If you whisper and refuse to leave, then you get arrested for overnight and a $500 fine. He's using the police to weaponize the residents to shut them up. Do what I say, do, and just sit there and shut up. I'm like, wow. Do you realize? Then you then I understand why you have all the police around you, because you done made so many enemies. You need somebody to protect your ugly, bald headed self. Now here go Jason, mayor of a village. He don't have the entourage of police. He don't have to be escorted. He pull up in his car, get out of his car, and walk in the building with his head up high. He a mayor. And he don't have no problem coming in by himself, driving around in the village by himself, go where he want to go by himself. Ain't got a whole bunch of police up in there, standing against the wall to look at everybody. And I'm like, wow. You arrested an elected official. You looking like a fool. Now you want to sit back and hold your chest out. But like I said, that's why he brought the Chihuahua in town. Now, he didn't actually get the Chihuahua in town. Ryan did invite the people was asking him, but they are asking him because they thought that he was gonna come in and be there for the people. Well, we all see that went south, left, because now all you're doing is going around barking like a little chihuahua, a little gecko slithering around. We're trying to get everybody to look at me. I'm here. Don't you see me? Don't look that way. Don't look at him. Look this way. See me? I'm just dancing and acting a fool, spinning around. Hi, Candia. Welcome. So, um, when you get a chance, go back and look at my live from the beginning and do the replay. Kobe did a press conference. All the charges were dropped with Kobe, and she's exonerated. So she's, all that's behind her now. All she could do is look forward and start campaigning and doing what she needed to do to be a mayor of Harvey. And we're here to try to support her. But while the Chihuahua is out there barking and wah wah wah, we have been digging up a little information about Clocky Boy. And while everybody, the goal is look at me. Y'all keep digging up information about me, doing this, da 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 da. So yeah, Candia, yeah. It's sad, Candia, and Saint Center, and everyone that is viewing. It's sad, those in the bushes. It's sad that you got a mayor who's sitting up here. Your town look destitute. You don't have a grocery store. You don't have a drugstore. You don't have a farmer's market, but you want to bring in a drug dispensary. Make that make sense. What do a drug dispensary going to do for a child that need food, who need medication? He or she need medication. Children, babies need medication, formula, all this stuff. They got to go to the surrounding cities or village or town to get their medication or the formulas or medication for their babies or their children. They got to go to the surrounding villages or cities or town to go around and get groceries from somewhere else. They can't even be in their own city and have groceries. Babies don't do weed. Kids don't do weed. They need food for nutrition, not no weed, not no edibles. They need wholesome food, healthy food. Food. Babies need formulas. Babies can't drink the oil from a dispensary. You looking like a fool sitting up there, bald headed donut head. Exactly. They're gonna have all those people that do go to the dispensary. They're gonna have the munchies, and they ain't got no stores to go to. Oh wait a minute. No, they got the gas stations. They're gonna go to the gas station. The gas stations ain't gonna be able to keep up with all the munchies. So make that make sense. You bring a dispensary with all the people that's gonna have the munchies from there, and there's no grocery store for them to go to buy the munchies. No drugstore for the parents to go out here and buy the baby formula. Baby formula, they don't do the edibles. They don't do the oil. Come on, man. Make that make sense. And then you want to sit back and sit up there and behind that chair, in that chair behind the desk and act like you sitting on a throne and your kingdom is falling apart around you. Come on, man. Get off that throne. Like my grandmother used to say, get off the potty if you ain't gonna do shit. That's what my grandmother used to say. If you ain't gonna do nothing on the pot, get off it so somebody that really can do something can use it. That was back in the day when they didn't have bathrooms. So they had a little a bucket or whatever that they used for a pot for them to use the bathroom in. And he's sitting up there sitting on that chair. And I'm like, man, look, if you don't do right by these people, whatever you touch is gonna crumble. And you haven't figured that out yet. And then he still haven't figured it out, you all. He haven't figured out God has Colby is anointed. He's God's anointed. She's God's anointed. You haven't figured that out. You done have her arrested 4 times, and it still got dismissed. And God keeps showing you, you can't touch my anointed. I am God. Yes, Saint Sinner. He's playing in their faces. He's know dang well they can't afford their taxes, but they'll go to the dispensary, and what's going to happen? They will lose their homes. Exactly. Exactly, Saint Sinner. Hi, Michael. Welcome. Welcome. That's true. But you got to understand, Michael, lawyers are needed. A lot. I mean, there's no perfect person out here. There's no perfect people out here. None of us are perfect. We all gonna make mistakes. We all gonna make decisions. Lawyers, all lawyers have their bad and their good parts. So far, her lawyer must is good because all the charges are dropped. Her lawyer is doing something right. The problem, Michael, is they have one lawyer that's only loyal to him. If you listen to the meeting, she asked, "Can't we ask the lawyer anything?" And he said no. She can't even ask the lawyer, but the lawyer supposed to be there for the people, them and the people. Now tell me what's wrong with that picture. She and any other all the people cannot ask the lawyer nothing. The lawyer is not allowed to answer any of their questions. Yes, Saint Sinner, they have a federal lawsuit against him already. That's in the work. When she turned herself in, her lawyer said that Saint Center that they have a federal case against him in regards to this. So he's, that's one of the other cases. He had quite a few cases against him, like Tiffany did, and he's gonna lose them all. Um, he's a lawyer. Yes, he's a lawyer because he couldn't even pass the board to become an attorney. So, and I want everybody to think about this. This is fact. I'm later on. I'm gonna meet up with my team from OTR. Minion with the opinion, and I said what I said. And we're going to show the documentation that I think Minion already showed it one time, but I want to also show where he was getting six figures from Calumet City and getting six figures from Harvey at the same time. So you think about he getting six figures from Harvey, six figures from the Calumet City. Excuse me for a moment. From Calumet City. And so that was from in the year of 2022 and 2023. So he was getting six figures from both locations at the same time that year. Hmm. When did he file his taxes? But isn't kind of isn't it kind of amazing? He gave himself a raise from 50,000 to a six figure and back down to a five figure. But for 2 years he was double dipping with six figures in both locations. Also, from the paperwork we got from the comptroller of Illinois, he didn't pay the taxes to the comptroller of Illinois, the state of Illinois, those same 2 years. Hmm. Why didn't you turn in the taxes, Clocky boy? So, yes, yes, Condelia. Yes, the lawyer has to be there, but the lawyer is supposed to be there for the people, not for him only. That's the problem. You know, it's sad. It's really sad that this man is doing what he's doing. So you got to remember, while everything was going on with Tiffany and everybody was, she was in the spotlight, he was doing the same thing he's doing now. Now that everything done calmed down in Dalton and Thornton Township and nobody's paying attention to them anymore, they still paying attention, but not in a negative way like they were before because of Tiffany. Now he in the spotlight. So, oh, say son, I love that. So we have the dynamic duo, Lil Daryl and Pissy Chrissy. Yeah, yeah, the dynamic duo. I call the other one Lil Daryl. I call him the Chihuahua, and I call Chrissy Clocky Boy. That's mine, Clocky Boy, and the little Chihuahua. You ever know how? Yes, Saint Center, we need a meet and greet. Well, what I know is they plan on doing something later on. And so we want right now they got a plan. Eventually it's going to be announced. They're looking at around October in that area. So just stay tuned. Keep your ears to the waves, the content creator, to the YouTube um streets, and you'll hear about this plan. But I do plan on what look, let me say it like this. It's July now. I wanted to come in August, the second weekend of August, but I don't think that's going to happen for me. But I'm going to save up my money for an event in October. So if it's not in August, I plan on going to to Dalton and Harvey area in October. So I'm gonna try to meet and greet with everybody, meet everybody, say hello to everybody. So you actually get to meet Foxy 2, Roxy 3. Um, I really want to be there the weekend where they have the meeting in Harvey. Because he don't know me, I'm gonna put my name on the list and I'm walk up and introduce myself. And I'm gonna ask a couple of questions or give my comment. And look, and I know how to carry myself. Hey, I said what I said. Check out I said what I said channel for me, you all. I said what I said. Put your link in the chat for me. But yes, again, Kobe is free. We don't have to worry about her with the charges. The charges was dropped, and now Clocky Boy and the little Chihuahua is spinning around like a top because they can't understand how that happened. Especially the Chihuahua. The Chihuahua just out there just spinning around like a top. Upset because while hers was dropped, his was granted. Ah, isn't that funny? So the little Chihuahua is fenced in. Oh, I'm so sorry, little Chihuahua. You don't have the freedom to go outside the fence anymore. Oh, I feel so sorry for you. Come here, little Puka Puka. You all right? You ain't got to spin around in the yard no more. Just go over there and lay down and sit down and be quiet. Let the big dogs do what we do. So you go over there with your little Chihuahua self. Oh, let's just go there with your little Chihuahua self and calm down. Cause yeah, he claiming she with the powers that be cause cause of this exactly. But let me explain something to you. It's in the Bible. Do not touch my anointing. You haven't figured out Chihuahua and Milk Dud. Y'all haven't figured out yet that Kobe is his anointed. She's his anointed. Touch not my anointed. Each time Milk Dud and Chihuahua, have you noticed that she done been arrested 4 times and all the charges are dropped? Wow. What a miracle. Look at God. Now that's what I'm talking about when you talk about God. Look at the blessing that he stowed upon her. She's still in her right mind. You have not broken her. You try to keep breaking her. She's not going to be broken. Stop. Seem like you broken more than she is. Milk Dud, you sitting up there sweating, don't know what to do next. And Chihuahua, you just spinning around like a little top in the backyard. I want y'all to picture this. Think about a backyard and you got a little Chihuahua out there and it's just chasing its tail and just spinning around and around and around in the yard. Then you got Milk Dud. Milk Dud melts, put it in the freezer, it get hard again. That's all he doing. He just Milk Dud just sitting there looking like a Milk Dud with no teeth. So, it's just sad. It's just really sad. So why I got Chihuahua outside barking? You know how you be in the house, you be trying to watch a TV show or you're trying to cook and the dog be outside and the dog just yappy, 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 yappy to a point that you go to the door and tell them to shut the fuck up. Because you got so fed up. Normally you say, shut up, shut up. Now everybody's saying, shut the fuck up. So that's why Chihuahua doing. Everybody's Chihuahua coming at everybody because everybody's telling the little Chihuahua to shut the fuck up. That's it. Shut the fuck up. Go sit down in the corner, lick your ass, and shut the fuck up. I mean, what more can you do? Exactly, Saint Center. Exactly. Saint Center said the more pressure he applies, the more of a diamond she becomes. Bright, 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 bright. A bright diamond. Exactly. Candia said apparently God only moves for the puppy. Laugh out loud. Oh no, 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 baby. That look, that's a little chihuahua. I can't even give it the puppy. Puppy even got to, you can say, go sit down, be quiet, stop. A puppy will start obeying and go and sit down and be quiet. A chihuahua is kind of a little hard headed little rat. That's a chihuahua. That's a chihuahua. And Clocky Boy, he just sitting up there looking foolish as always. Stupid, dumb, and foolish. Ain't got nothing going on with himself. Just a lonely, miserable soul. Sitting up there looking like devil reincarnated. And both of them sitting back and ain't got a brain. And you know how you have people that think they're so smart they dumb? That's both of them. They're so smart they dumb. And I sit back and laugh. They so smart they dumb. Then you got Clarky Boy with his little cronies that's sitting up there. I just love you, Mayor. I just love you. All of them got smudge of shit on their nose because they so far up his ass they could tell you what he had for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And these are the ones that represent Harvey as the aldermans. Whew, man, what a shit show. And then you got the diamond, and you got that's out here shining as bright as she can shine, and it's blinding them to a rage of madness. You know how the sun be so bright you frown your face up because you can't see? That's her. She a sunlight. She's so bright they can't stand it. That's making them have rage in them. But see, you don't realize God is in control of everything. The God I know, the God that most of us know, if you believe in God, ain't gonna deal with this foolishness that the Chihuahua and the milk dud is doing. And y'all just and the Chihuahua just want to keep right on putting God in the middle of it. And I want to set the record straight. All the women that I know, all the women in these YouTube streets, we are not bitches. We are queens. We are perfectly made by God. Again, we are not bitches. We are perfectly made by God. We are his children. We are queens. And we're going to keep our crowns straight on top of our head and hold our heads up high. So you can go out there and call all the people you want that. Made me think that maybe you the dog, the female dog. You love to say the word so much. So to make me go, since you know the definition so well, maybe that's what you see every morning when you wake up and go into the bathroom. I know I'm not. I know I'm a queen. I was perfectly made by God. All of us, there are going to be deformities. Even the prettiest people get wrinkles. Even the perfect figure people either get fat or skinnier or have some areas of their body out of shape, one way or another. We all going to have wrinkles. We all going to either shrink We're all going to have health problems one way down the line. But otherwise, we are perfectly made by God. He didn't make no mistake when he made us. So I want all the queens, and I mean all the queens, to straighten up your crown and hold your head up high. And every time that B word come up, you ignore it and you keep saying, I am a queen and I'm perfectly made by God. So that's my word for the queens of the day. Kobe's showing us how to hold our head up high because they're doing all that to her and she's still holding her head up high and she's still straightening up her crown. And we need to do the same and have her back and show her that us queens have each other's back. Stop all this bickering among ourselves and stand up for who we are. That's the problem. Stop holding your head down low. Stop sitting back, oh, woe me. No, we queens. Hold your head up high. Show why God made you the way he made you. And if you have a little bit of low self-esteem, do me a favor and just try it. Go in the bathroom, look in the mirror, and say, I was perfectly made by God. I am a queen. And say it every time you go in your bathroom or even in your bedroom and you look in the mirror and look at yourself and say, I'm perfectly made by God. I am a queen. And keep saying it until you program it in your head. That's who you are. Salute, Miss Parker. Salute, salute. We over here talking about the mayor of Harvey, Illinois. He's out here trying to oppress the people. Basically, Miss Parker, he's doing a Tiffany 5.0, but he's doing his shady and low key. He don't even want the people to even whisper in a meeting without charging them $500 if they're made to leave out of the building. He's giving out tickets for no reason, giving out $200 and $300, $200 to $500 tickets for the grass if it's not up, but so high. And how are you, my queen, Miss Parker? Miss Parker, I'm just letting everybody know that we got a little chihuahua called Little Daryl. Everybody call him Little Daryl now. His name is Jedediah Brown. I didn't want to mention his name, but I'm trying to bear with me, you all. I'm trying to help Miss Parker, catch up. He's out here in Harvey and the Southland of Illinois, causing a lot of problems. So back to little Daryl, or should I say little Chihuahua, and Mr. Clocky Boy, Milk Dud. Um, we we women do not play the Chihuahua any mind. You know you're not a bitch, so don't let the word affect you. Know that you're a queen and you're perfectly made by God. Colby, Chapman, or anybody that have able to talk with her to see my replay in my life, let her know. Continue to hold your crown, hold your head up high, and keep your crown straight. We got you. We see you, and we're going to continue to promote and push for you to be the next mayor in Harvey. There's need to be a change. There need to be stability in that city again. And okay, if you bring a dispensary in, okay, whoopie doo, that's more revenue. But you got to have a grocery store because they're going to have the munchies, dumbass. Clarky boy, dumbass, they're going to have the munchies. They're going to need a grocery store so they could go buy the munchies. The farmers, I mean, the gas stations are not going to be able to keep up with all the munchies if there's no grocery store. Your revenue is going to the other cities, dumbass, for the munchies. Clocky boy, there are babies that's going to need formulas. There's other revenue that's going out of the city into another city, a town, a village. How stupid are you? And you don't think that people are, you really think that your city is that stupid? They that dumb that they're not going to see what you really doing to them? And then you want to walk around like I'm a great mayor. Bullshit. So this is what I have to say to end my life. I will be getting with our team OTR off the record with Minion with Opinion. I said what I say, and myself, Foxy 2, Roxy 3. We have more to come. We're not worrying about the little chihuahua in the background going yap 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 yap. We're going to come with facts and information that's going to let you know what's going on with Mr. Clocky Boy. Uh, Saint Center. Do you really think that they got that kind of brain? If little Daryl really wanted to help, he would raise 100K for the food bank. Um, why would you? Why would you worry about that? Why would you worry about that again? I'm sorry. The elevator don't go all the way to the penthouse. You got to remember the elevator is still in the basement. It's trying to get to the lobby, but it's just for some reason don't know how to get there yet. They're still doing some mechanical work on it to try to get it to go to the penthouse. So little Daryl haven't his elevator haven't got to the penthouse yet. He's still down in the basement trying to figure out how he can get to the penthouse. Clocky Boy figured he's already at the penthouse, but sometimes the cable breaks and the elevator falls back down to the basement. It's a hard fall. So Clocky Boy gonna fall down back in the basement, and little Daryl gonna be trying to get out of the basement to try to get to the lobby. So hey, it's a win-win for both. That's why that's why the little chihuahuas out there in the backyard running around chasing his tail, barking, rap, 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 while all the big dogs are looking at him going, "Wow, that's all you got? That's all you got?" I mean, I'm just saying, that's how I don't know. I have raised dogs in my time, and I have had a chihuahua, a pug. I have had a African Borboro. I have had a Rottweiler. Not all Rottweilers are vicious. I know, Vivian, you said they are dangerous, but it's a lot of big dogs like the pit, Rottweilers, um, massive dogs. It depends on the owners. If the owners don't know what they're doing with those types of dogs and have not did they research on those type of dogs, no, they can be dangerous. But if you know what you're doing when you get those type of dogs, those dogs will be the humblest dogs. You can walk right by them. They look at you like, hello, how you doing? And keep on walking with their master. It's only how they are trained. Gotta remember they're always puppies. That's just like adults. We always train as children right from wrong. But when we get adults and there's nobody to guide you through your youth, through your teenage years to your adulthood, you're going to go out here and you're going to do what you feel to do to survive. So you got to think about the same with the animal. They come out when they come out of their mother's wombs, they're 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 a blank slate just like we were. When we came out of our mothers, we was a blank slate. We had to be raised, trained, and educated on how to survive in life. And that's the same with the animal. And eventually our instincts are kick in. The same with the animal. Eventually their instincts are going to kick in. Otherwise, they're going to kick in with the instincts to survive. I'm sorry that that lady got mauled. I really am. My heart goes out to her. But how Clarky Boy handled that really pissed me off beyond festivity. I mean, enough is enough with him. I'd be glad when that cable snapped and he'd go back down to the basement. And them have that free fall. Because he's going to fall. Oh, take my word for it. He's going to fall. And the other one that's, in the lobby, he better be careful because that cable going to snap too. And he going to go back down in the basement with Clarky Boy. They both, the Chihuahua and the other dog are both going to be down in the basement barking at each other. It's going to happen. Look what happened to Orange Man and Elon. Now they barking at each other. So, things happen. Things are going to happen. People are going to disagree. But the one thing I want to, before I close my live, and the one thing I want to make perfectly clear to my ladies, we are queens. We are nobody's bitches. Again, we are queens. We are nobody's bitches. Take that word back to the pits of hell where it came from. You little chihuahua, little Daryl. Take that word back to the pits of hell where it came from with you. Little Daryl, your horns are showing. Your horns are showing. They're going ding, 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 ding. But I'm not going to give you no more time. I just want to let the people of Harvey know we see you. We hear you. We are here for you. We support you. You're not alone. There are people out here that do truly care for you. And we're going to continue to show you how much we care for you. Okay? And Milk Dud and Chihuahua, y'all keep doing what y'all doing. If Oh, by the way, did y'all hear the little Chihuahua got fenced in? The little Chihuahua can't do what he want to do anymore. He can't go all over the place because he got fenced in. Yes, the little Chihuahua got served yesterday. He's fenced in. He can't go strolling the streets anymore like he used to. He has to go only certain areas. Oh, come here, boo boo. Your peel is hurt. Yeah, I forgot that the little Chihuahua got fenced in. So that's the end of the saga of Harvey. The Chihuahua got fenced in. C- Um, Alderwoman Colby is free to roam wherever she may and do whatever she may, while the little Chihuahua can't. Oh, that is so. Oh, oh, I'm so happy. Oh, 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 oh. Hi, Vaughn. How are you, Reality? Thank you, Vaughn Reality, for joining. Also, Vaughn, the same to you. Miss Lady, Miss Vaughn, you are a queen. You hold your head up high. You keep your crown straight. Don't you let nobody, I mean nobody, tell you less than who you are. You are a queen. And remember that. If you're nobody else tell you that, remember it from me. You are a queen. And you hold your head up high. You keep your crown straight and don't let nobody knock that crown off your head. Do you hear me, Miss Vaughn? My baby. Don't let nobody take your crown off your head. That goes to all my queens on there. that's listening to me. Keep your crown on your head. Hold your head up high and know that you are a queen. And you got some other queens that got your back. So, Vaughn, don't worry, baby. Let the little chihuahuas out there bark. You just go ahead and hold your head up high, straighten up your crown, and you strut like you got it going on, like you know you do. I know, Gundia. Yes, I know. That's why I call him Little Chihuahua. He got a whole little other, a bunch of other chihuahuas out there barking with him. Cause you got to understand, chihuahuas get lonely. You got to think about the Napoleon complex. The little chihuahuas, they bark at the big dogs like they big and bad. You ever notice how you see a little chihuahua? That's the ones that doing all the barking, and the big dogs look over at them like, really? Do you know I can put a paw on you, and that's the end of you? I can put you in mouth and crush my jaws around you, and that's the end of you. That's why the big dogs don't pay the little chihuahua no mind. So the chihuahua got to bark and make all this noise so you can pay attention to him. That's all that is. He ain't got no reinforcement. That's a whole bunch of people that just sitting back, looking at him, having fun, watching him act the fool. He's just out there barking. Let the chihuahua bark on. We're not even gonna give him the time of day. The more we give him the time of day, the more he gets likes from his little chihuahua base. That's why, excuse me. Sorry, went down the hallway, went to take a sip of soda, went down the wrong way. Excuse me, you all. Please forgive me. Ooh, that was rough. Yes. That thirst trap photo he posted was disgusting. And and Saint Sinner, did you hear his justification for it? He wanted to be that way before God. He didn't say in the physical form. He said into mental form. Fool. But weren't you a preacher? Has been. Oh, I forgot that was a has been. Okay. Um, he was up there test the lion. Okay. All right. Quite understandable. Forgot. Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot. Test the lion. Okay. Anyway. Yeah. Yes, it was saying something. It was disgusting. But people just throw out God's name, Jesus' name, just out there like it's nothing. You know, they just throw their names out there like, oh, God told me this and Jesus told me that. And the whole time you're testing line and about to go to hell with gasoline draws. But I'm just saying. But I want to give the great news that Colby is free. She is a true testimony that what God says, do not touch my anointing. Any weapon formed against her shall not prosper. So she is a definitely, definitely, definitely a testimony. I said what I said. Grifter in chief. Grifter. Exactly. Grifter in chief. Grifter in chief. Yes, that is perfect right there. Grifter in chief. The little chihuahua. That is his name from here on out. Little Daryl and Little Chihuahua. Most likely I could say Chihuahua. Little Daryl is too close to still saying his name. So I'm just gonna say Chihuahua. Milk Dud and Chihuahua. That's their name. The dynamic duo, Milk Dud and Chihuahua. So, um, what was that movie? You all know, it was like, is it Loser and Loser? What was that movie where they had both of them were losers, but they had one was more loser than the other one. What was the name of that movie? It was a comedy movie. Well, that's them, both of them. One can't pass the bar and the other one can't pass his ass. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. You know what, say Santa? That's a good idea. Little D. Gone with the breeze. Okay. Thank you, Michael. Man, this is Little D and Milk Dud. Little D, better known as Chihuahua, and Milk Dud, better known as the Pug. I ain't even giving him the other dogs that has more class than that. So I give him, and the pugs have good class too, but they little short, stubby things, and they have some smushed in face. So I give him the pug. So that's it. Dumb and Dumber. Thank you, thank you, Candia. Dumb and Dumber. So you got Dumb and Dumber. That's them. Dumb and Dumber. I can't either. I said what I said. I agree. I can't stand it when people take advantage of people. That's why I made it perfectly clear to say and emphasize on it that none of us women are bitches. And that word, that title can go back to the pits of hell from where it came from. We are queens and we were perfectly made by God. And we got to show that name does and that word does not have power. Now me, I'm the opposite. I'm a little ghetto and a little hoodish. So if they call me bitch, I tell them put Miz in front of the motherfucker. I mean, that's just me. When I want to get, a little slimy and a little cruddy, I say, well, if you're gonna call me bitch and give me a title, at least put Miz in front of the motherfucker. Well, damn. If I'm that important to you that you gotta call me a bitch, then put Miz in front of the motherfucker. Make my day. But that's just when I want to get cruddy and get a little hoodish and go back to my southeast days, my southeast days. That's when that come out. If you keep saying it, so but I don't claim it as who I am. But since you want to address me that way, and I'm that important to you to address me that way, then put Miz in front of it. I mean, what? Hey, what the hell? Put Miz in front of that motherfucker. Am I? If I'm that important to you, put Miz. You know, say Miz bitch. At least give me something. If I'm important enough that you want to call me that name, then put Miz in front of it. I mean, hell, what the hell? And then I can put the title to yours, Mister Motherfucker. Hey, we even. Anyway, that's just me. That's the Roxy in me. Now the Foxy would just go ahead and say, no, I'm a queen, perfectly made by God. But if you keep saying the other one, then I go, that's when Roxy come out, and then Roxy gets a little credit with the mouth. So I try to stay with Foxy. I try to be Foxy at all times. But sometimes Roxy come out, and I have to ring her back in and say, it's okay, boo. I got it. I got it. So I just want to tell all the queens, all the kings, all the king horses and all the king. Oh no, never mind. I'm just want to say to everybody that I love you. It's gonna be okay. My motto is it is what it is. You're not going to be able to make everybody happy. Somebody going to not like you for whatever fucking reason it is. You know, since somebody, since the Chihuahua want to go out here and talk about the Bible, um, didn't it say in the Bible that Jesus was criticized, talked about, tortured, spit on, everything, and was crucified? And all these people didn't like him for being who he is. Well, what makes you better than Jesus, my brother, Chihuahua? We all going to get talked about. We're going to meet people that don't like us just because they don't like us. They just look at us and don't like us. Don't even have a reason, but just don't like us. We're going to meet people that's going to lie on us. We're going to have people that's going to cheat. We're going to have people that's going to try to take advantage of us. We're going to have people that try to down you, say everything. That's what life is all about. You got to stand up and hold your head up high and move on in life. You can't make everybody happy. I know damn well I can't. And I know there's going to be some people that don't like me after this live. And I don't give a fuck because I'm still living my life. I'm 63 years old and I'm enjoying every minute of it. And not you or anybody else out there that don't like me gonna stop that from happening. I'ma love on the people I can love on. You don't like my love, then move on to the ones that you can hate. Let them hate you back. But I'm gonna love on the ones that love me for who I am, and I'm gonna love them for who they are. Love conquer all. Try it sometime. You might see it works. So I'm gonna end my live. I want to thank all of you that did come on today. Again, let's support Harvey, the people, the residents in Harvey. Let's support them. Let's let them know they are seen, they are heard, and we have their back. They're not alone. Let's let Alderman Colby know the same thing. We see you, honey. We hear you. We have your back. And all those that's on here, I love you. All those that's in the bushes, I love you too. And while you're in here, please hit the likes. If you have not joined, please join. And I just want to tell everybody, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I said what I said. Thank you so much for joining me. Go over to I Said What I Said channel. Go there, hit the likes, hit the notifications, watch her shows. She's a great content creator. You will love her. I love her spirit. I love her shows. I love everything there is about her. She's a great content creator. Please check out her show. Go to Miss Parker. Miss Parker. She's also a great content creator. Also her partner. I call her partner in crime. The great, the real rap show. Um, Go over to his show. To his, he's a great content creator. And also our minion with opinion. Yes, check out his show, hit his notification and his likes, and also check out our new show, Off the Record, OTR, with I Said What I Said, Minion with Opinion, and myself, Foxy 2, Roxy 3. Check us check us out on OTR, Off the Record. You will enjoy it. You will learn a lot. There's going to be a lot of things. We discuss the city of Harvey. We discuss politics. We also talk about the entertainment with Diddy and the crew. Yeah, I said Diddy and the crew. 'Cause you know, there's not only Diddy out there, that everybody else out there acting, but out there in the Hollywood land. So I said what I said brings that to the table. Me and Million Opinion, we bring the politics. Also, I said what I said, bring the politics too, especially with Orange Man. She can't stand the Orange Man like the rest of us. So she brings that to the table also. So check out her channel. Check out Minion with Opinion, Miss Parker, Miss Parker. Check out on the Real Rap Show. Check out my continue to look out for my notifications. Sorry, it was a last minute notification, but I just got the message that she was coming on live, Vivian, in regards to Alderwoman Colby Chapman. So when you get a chance, you can go back and look at my life from the beginning and catch up. But I want to thank you all those in the bushes. Thank you for watching. Also, if you please go ahead and hit those likes. And again, I said if you have not joined, I mean, please um subscribe to my channel. Yes, Vaughn has oh, and Vaughn. Oh, no, no, no. I'm not gonna no. Please, 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 please go to Vaughn's Reality. She has a very inspirational channel. Please check out Vaughn's Reality. Vaughn, VONS_reality with a heart at the end. Go check out her channel. She has a very inspirational channel. You will love her also. Please, please, please go and hit those likes and subscribe to her channel. I said what I said. Can you put them in the chat real quick? Yours and hers, please, for me. Thank you so much, if you can. I'm not gonna sign out until she do that. So anybody that's still in here, they can go ahead and go over to their channel, hit the likes and subscribe to their channel. And yes, she is a very inspirational. She has a very inspirational channel. I go over there and listen to her inspiration. And if you want to laugh and have some fun, go over to I Said What I Said. Yes, her channel is, I love her. She have you laughing. She's inspirational. She kick it from the hip. She throw it at you like you. I'm serious. She's gonna throw it at you. It's up to you if you catch it, but she's gonna give it to you raw and real. She ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing. She ain't gonna water it down. When I say real, she's real. So I'm gonna sign out. I love you all. Thank you again for tuning in, and hope to see you soon on OTR, off the record with Million in the with Opinion. I said what I said in myself. Foxy 2, Roxy 3. Hope to see you there. Have a good evening. Oh, yeah, a good afternoon. It's afternoon on my end. It's probably just getting ready to turn into afternoon on your end. So y'all have a good one. Thank you again.